Hey guys, what's up? Moses here. Today I'd like to make a quick but useful gem leveling up guide. As you see, I got a bunch of low-level gems here and some high-level gems here, and all of these are used for augmenting the gear. Caldescence, Despair, and all that. High-level gems, more main stat that we want to get on the gear. So basically, I'm not going to go through the entire Archon build because you guys know the idea, and I already made a guide on it, so you can check it out. But there are some changes for the Archon build that I'm running that I wanted to go through in case you guys would want to do the same to be really efficient in doing low greater rifts. So yeah, the gems I started leveling up were all level 0 today. So a few basic things you need to know. Gem chance of leveling will always be 100% if the gem level is lower than the greater rift by 10. So basically, if you got the level 20 gem and you want to level it up, so you got to make sure that you're doing, if the rift is augmented, at least level 33, because that will allow you for 100% chance to upgrade your level 20 gem, right? So increase by 10. So having that said, the way to get a lot of gems of the same type is to kill the Rift Guardian. When he drops the gem, you just drop it on the ground. You make sure you don't have it in your inventory, you don't have it on your character, and you just drop it on the ground, and then you start a new Greater Rift, and the next time the Rift Guardian will drop you a new Zystone of Vengeance level 0. Alright, so that's basically the basics. When it comes to the actual build, I'm running very similar build to Archon, only instead to Archon Firebird, only instead of Explosive Blast. There's no use for it because you're not using the Orb of Infinite Depth for these runs. Instead of Explosive Blast, we're using Spark Flint for extra damage, but only because I mean it doesn't matter really what you use. This is an empty slot. You can run the build like that, and it will work just the same without a skill over here. So feel free, this is like a placeholder, feel free to use whatever you want here. You can also use Diamond Skin Sleek Shell for those little times that you're out of Archon to get a little bit of movement speed with Sleek Shell, for example. But yeah, the build is pretty much straightforward. Audacity for damage, Evocation for cooldown, and stable, because there's really nothing else to put here. And you may proc, I guess, every once in a billion years. So having that here. It comes to the active stat discharge, deflection, or conduit. Really doesn't matter for low level greater rifts. Archon teleport, of course, force armor, because we're not running Halo of Arlis. We're running yeah, I'll show you what we're running. But basically, yeah, using force armor and then teleport safe passage. When it comes to the passives, standard only instead of blur that we would use in a group greater rift for damage reduction. We'll actually use illusionist because it gives us increased movement speed after teleport. Yeah. Um, and it includes the Archon movement speed. So when you teleport in Archon form, you'll get a movement speed boost for short duration, 3 seconds. In the cube, we're using something different. Instead of whatever convention for group or Hail of Arlis for solo, we're actually equipping either Obsidian or Ring of Royal Grandeur. Obsidian is easier to equip because it always comes with 3 good stats that you want on your Archon Wizard, namely cooldown, crit, attack speed. But yeah, and you can just re-roll the resource cost reduction to a socket. So if you have one of those, you can just equip it, get a socket in it, and then use Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube. Reason is because we're simply dropping shoulders of Firebird to be able to use Corruption. Corruption has 5 to 7 pickup radius, so you want to get 7 pickup radius. This will allow you to pick up the globes in Greater Rift, and it will save you a lot of time instead of chasing these globes. 7 pickup radius is quite significant. If you happen to have some pickup radius in some other slots, like for example I got here on my boots, I think, and that's it. I don't think I have any. I got 2 on my helm, 2 on my chest, I guess, and yeah, some random places. I don't know really. It doesn't matter. But if you happen to have, more pickup radius, awesome. If not, these will take care of most of the globes. Yeah. The important thing is, of course, to keep on killing the elite pack. Don't be too worried about every single one of these globes, because these will cost you time if you teleport to each one of these globes every single time. But with the corruption, I think it's totally worth it to craft these. They cost a little bit of crafting mats from the bounties, and you get yourself. It took me 2 crafts to get this one. So yeah, it doesn't have to be ancient, it doesn't have to be particularly good, just make sure it has infit and cooldown reduction. That's pretty much all you need. I kind of got lucky with the armor roll over there. But yeah, the pickup globes is that what we need it for. So for that, we're dropping the shoulders, we're using River Grandeur in the cube. And in Geom, just like we're using in Geom for bounties with Archon, just like we're using in Geom for T10 rifts. Of course, Nemesis braces to spawn another elite pack over here, and of course you'll be using those up until GR 50s, I guess, 55 stops, because then you'll start needing those APDs, and you'll still need the damage reduction, maybe. Depends on your gear, really. And yeah, it's important if you're running level 0 gems. I started doing 35s, so these are basically 1-minute runs. I burned through about 80 keys today. All of these gems were level 0, and I've farmed for about 4 hours. So I got 12 level 20 gems, and then here we're starting to level up the second batch of gems to get those to 20. Once those are 20, I'm going to start doing 45s. We're going to get those to 30. Then we start doing 50s, getting those to 40, etc., increasing slowly. But surely until we get 105 gems, and then I'm going to be able to augment all my gears with it. So if you have, yeah, this is going to be around the end of the season. These are like plans for the long run. It requires a lot of keys, but you also don't want to be spending all your time on, like doing 50s or 60s on level 0 gem. It doesn't make any sense. It'll cost you a lot of gold doing it, unnecessary gold, and it will take you a longer time than you're supposed to be. Like, you want to minimize the time that you're spending on low GRs and just get those as high as possible, as quickly as possible. So yeah, there's a lot of gems. It's quite a project, but we're running for 2 builds, right? Archon, Firebird, and Twisters, so I need a lot of gems. And also, these gems are like 90. This is like perfect gloves. It's 91. I want to get that extra value for the end of the season, and I pretty much got like my perfect items, so I'm going to have to re-augment these, perfectly rolled items, like this helm, for example, or these boots. They're all like in the 90s, so I want to get that extra 50. So yeah, but it depends on your gear and your plans and what you're planning on doing. I thought I would make this guide letting you know what's up. Oh, one last word about legendary gems. I'm running Trapped, Gogok, and Wreath of Lightning for movement speed. As you increase the difficulty, some changes will come to the build, and it's very efficient to run at least 2 people. 2 people is very efficient. Like, if you got like a fast speedrunner with you, you can make 1 minute, 1.5 minute runs in those 35, 45s, 50s, 55s even, up to 2-minute runs in 50, 55s, I guess. That's pretty efficient and fast. But as the gems will level up, you'll need those 100% chance, and you need to empower them as well. So you want to be efficient. You don't want to fail. Don't do 60% gems on level 40 greater or level 40 greater rift, because it doesn't help. It doesn't help your cause really. So yeah, you don't want to be failing those gems. You got to make sure it's 100% chance always to get the guaranteed 4 upgrades to level them up as quickly as possible. There are a bunch of them, as you see. You don't want to be failing. So yeah, get another friend with you, and around level 70, if you're an Archon wizard, of course, I'm doing this guide only for Archon wizards. Archon is my main character, my main class. So if you're an Archon wizard, you want to maybe have a double Archon wizard with you, and then get 1 support monk, or yeah, 1 support monk should do the trick. He'll put the sanctuary on when you need the reset because you won't be running in geom. Well, maybe you will. Actually, we were running in geom up to 85s and it worked perfectly, and we didn't need time to reset except the first couple of Archon cycles. But yeah, it really depends on your group comp and whether you happen to have people that want to do these gem ups the same time that you do, because it's not like speed Greater Rift 100s. Everybody wants to join at any given time. Some people have different level gems at different, time, different time frames. So it really depends. But yeah, as you level up the gems, you'll need to give up. You'll need to give up some things for extra toughness because the build is squishy, and around 65s you can get one shot, and it's really sad if you die. So yeah, and at that point you'll start needing to get more people in your group. So 3-man group would be awesome. 1 monk with Nemesis, so you can take off these, and you'll use the Ancient Parthens. And yeah, you'll be using Ancient Parthens, and then you'll cube the Obsidian Ring, and you'll get rid of these shoulders, and you use your normal shoulders for Archon. So you'll cube this, and you'll get the yeah. So basically, you'll go back to the normal either solo spec with the Hail of Arlis. I had mine somewhere here. Yeah. So you'll be using this with the yeah, with the Ancient Parthens, Force Armor, and then Explosive Blast. Explosive Blast in the cube. I mean, Orb of Infinite Depth in the cube. For high level Greater Rift for extra toughness. When you'll be running like double Archon and whatnot for 65s and higher, I recommend doing those. This will be like 3-minute runs, 4-minute runs with double Archon. We did that a few days ago, as I mentioned. So yeah, until then, good luck leveling up your gems. Get awesome loot, I hope. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this guide. See you guys on stream. Bye bye.